Hello, YouTube? Okay, good. It actually went live for once. What? Jeez. Oh, it's been a long time since the Chaos just had a boat. Hey, Syph. Okay. Well. Here we go, gamers. Hey, Samuel. It's the only time that I get to actually play, man. And this is an early stream for me. Usually I start around the later time. Don't grab a bite. That's probably tied to a quest. Speak with Freshwater Fran. Okay. Where? Huh? It doesn't say where she is. Huh? That is part of this quest, right? Oh, stupid game. Okay, I didn't update the right quest. Sorry. There we go. Oh, right. So we got like wings and a bunch of other things part of this event. So there's quite a few things. House Panate. Uh-huh. Well, we'll see what goes on with that. Hey, Nix. How you been? Complete a daily quest for Panate. Clear out cake dungeons. Okay. Talk to the idiot outside to get the quest. There we go. Hey, sensitive. If I was a better YouTuber, I would probably make like a post about it or something. YouTube is changing a bunch of membership pricing because of exchange rates. So I'm just saying as a heads up, if any, it didn't affect US, thankfully, but my Canadian brethren are gonna be hit pretty hard with it. Okay. What did I need to do? Cake dungeons. Is there a specific biome that has them better than others? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so we can just go anywhere. How do you not get tired of this game? I don't know, because it's fun. I also don't play it like constantly to the point of burnout. You know what I mean? Oh, you know what? I should finally be on your boy Shadowhunter as well. Oh, right, this new pack. Excuse me? There you go. Oh. I don't know if you guys saw as well. We don't have specifics for it yet, but where is this quest? I see a quest icon, but I guess it's a lie. They made an official post talking about them trying to get the player market back up. So I don't know when that'll end up happening, but it's happening soon, that's for sure. Die oven? Jeez. I should not be in the habit of using my bombs. I feel like I haven't used bombs in so long. Wait, am I doing the quest the right way? Oh my god, they want me to do 15. Hey, Miss Rhett. Double 1 month? What? Yeah, Twitch is weird. Apparently the event wings, these ones are kind of weird because they actually give you more speed in like a specific biome. Kind of the first time that we've had something like that for wings, so it's interesting. I don't know if I like it. I would like it if they did like, okay, there's part of me that thinks that's a pretty cool idea that they could expand upon. You know, making it so that there's like meta builds for different biomes and stuff. But I think that the best way they could go about it is they would have to make it so that it's faster than default wings, and maybe make it so that once you get all of them, like once you unlock all the wings, you just get the movement boosts like through all biomes, or have it as like some super end game collectible that gives you like a god tier wing that works in all biomes or something. Oh, sorry, that's what you meant, Miss Red. No, my dad brain is just powerful. Yes, it's 11 months, and yes, I appreciate it. I just didn't know what you meant when you said double 1 month. But yes, I am getting to this event a day late, which whatever. Yep, I will make a video on the pack. I did already record it. My plan is tomorrow, which would be the 9th. We're going to have the event guide video, so technically it's a day late because of the patch video that went up earlier today. And then the day after that is going to end up being the pack. Which, I mean, it's a lot of costumes. So in that regard, I guess it's worth it, especially if you're into the whole footy football, aka soccer. But yeah, I'm hoping that they talk a little bit more in detail about when their plans are to bring the market back. Because what was it specifically? Let me see. So this was forwarded to me that was saying servers are up for PC. This was like earlier in the day. And then saying we are preparing the live server for the upcoming reopening of the marketplace. We appreciate patience and understanding. That's literally it. So we don't know when the market's coming back. Just that it is in fact coming. So thank God. I assume they just want to give it like maybe a week or so to get the anti-cheat stuff in order. And then once they know that it's back or once they know that they can track everything that they need to track with it and, you know, it's testing well, then they can just say, hey, we actually got the market before GTA 6. I know. It's crazy. You know what else we got before GTA 6? A lot of things. Remember, we actually got Hightail before GTA 6. The only thing that we're not gonna get, unfortunately, is Elder Scrolls 6 before GTA 6. But let's be real, Xbox might just cancel Elder Scrolls 6. And I don't know if Elder Scrolls 6 is going to have the juice that it used to have, because Bethesda as a company is kind of, you know, their last few games have been kind of, That is a big sunflower biome. Oh, that's it for the quest. Okay. Talk to House Carries. Okay. Yes, I know, Bush Bush. Oh my god. Okay. Complete the daily for House Carries. Okay. Carry us. Carry us. Bring somber souls to the House Carries bench. Okay. How many? It doesn't say, but whatever. Just in general. Oh, God. All right. Well, whatever. Will you release your mods list? I'm pretty sure my last mod video, which is still like a year or two old by now, is still relevant. I don't think anything's really like changed since then. Because if I'm being real, the modding community for Trove has kind of dissipated. Todd will be turning a new leaf with Elder Scrolls 6, Hopium. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, it'd be nice. Is it possible to play Trove without Glyph? Yes, you just play it through Steam. I use the Glyph launcher just because the Steam version doesn't run well for me. But okay, what do you want? 25 Somber Souls a day. That's pretty brutal, but whatever. Defeat Pinata Invaders. Ugh. Or they emerge from completing dungeons. Right. Alright, so... So just go and do a normal dungeoning run then, is what you're saying, video game. That's funny. Oh, you're talking about, I mean, the Steam version of Trove, yeah, it should still pop up with the Glyph launcher, but it's not using the same, like, infrastructure, if that's what you mean. If you're talking about just avoiding the Glyph launcher in general, that's not gonna happen. What is that cute little car? All right, let's see. Where's an invader? There he is. Hi, stupid. Oh, interesting. Sorry. Content creator moment. My software to capture clips, I use 2 different softwares. One of them is not working on Trove, so I wonder if that's because of the anti-cheat. It might be blocking it from recording. Doesn't matter, I got my other software, so. Because I was just trying to get a clip of that Pinata Invader for the event guide video. Weird. Ooh. I just can't make an account on Glyph because the website isn't working for me and I'm not able to play. I'm trying to think because I know, like, you might be dealing with, there's an issue that I've heard some people having in certain parts of the world that you might be running into. Or their website is just dying. I mean, generally speaking, yeah, it might just be that it's linking to the wrong thing. But otherwise, yeah, you could try using a VPN temporarily just to get onto the site and get an account, like Magic just mentioned. Also, hi, Magic. That said, I know the site is pretty dated. Yeah, see, you're in US, so you shouldn't be having a problem. It might just be that the Glyph website's down or being stupid. But otherwise, I don't know. Try Canada. I don't. Might be that it's linking to the wrong site as well when it's trying to sign up, because sometimes that happens. Oh, okay, Miss Rat. I didn't know that making clips on Trove was illegal now. Yeah, that makes sense. They probably mentioned it in the devlog that was talking about what is and isn't okay. This is not giving me as many invaders as I was hoping, but whatever. At least I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I should... No, I should be doing cake dungeons, actually. Then I'm still doing 2 things at once. Do you still have the mounts that are not in the game anymore? Which ones? Refresh my memory. Because if you're talking about the ones that you can't obtain, like Yabaki and stuff, then yeah, those are still there. I don't know if they've ever arbitrarily removed content. If anything, they've made things more accessible. Oh, there was an invader in there somewhere. Problem is I can't see them. But yeah, you're not gonna see me using any of those old mounts just because function-wise, there's not much reason to use anything over the Cosmic Dragon, which kind of low-key sucks. I do wish that you could use like mounts as skins, same as you can with allies, but whatever. I guess I should do dungeons along the way in general too. That was a boss? Why was he way up there? That's funny. Aha, hello. Okay, so they always appear next to me. Or do they? Maybe just that one did. I think they do, but it's been a little while. What is this? Is this a dungeon? I don't think so. Thank you, cake. Oh, I don't like this default UI, man. I'm gonna have to get used to it again. Destroy the chest? No? Oh well. Too late. Oh yeah, they do appear next to me. Okay. So it's easy. You remember the game that was like Minecraft or something? Cube World or something? It was made by one person, I think, and never got released. Yeah, you're probably talking about Cube World, which wasn't really like Minecraft. Believe it or not, he still has a cult following for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, the dude basically like pretended that he was still working on it this whole time, and then he re-released it on Steam, and it was like a backwards ass version nobody asked for or wanted. And so obviously he got criticized again, and then he went back into his little hole and started to basically just do all sorts of the dumbest, stupidest dev stuff I've ever seen, where I think he ported it into Unreal Engine at one point, his Cube voxel game. Wow, cool. So he can just have bad performance as well? Sick. But he's been spending all of this time basically regressing it back to the alpha version, which was the version that everyone liked and wanted expanded upon. And I keep seeing him like, I keep seeing his tweets every now and then. I don't know why I'm not following him, to my knowledge, but yeah, always gets like 5K likes and everything, and it's just like, people are still believe in this guy. Just very weird. But you know what? There's something to be said about indie devs. At least they finish, well, I was gonna say at least they finish their projects, but they don't. Cube World's a prime example, but you know, better than Xbox. Oh no, I played a ton of Cube World. I had a really long series on it way back in the day, like just on the alpha version of the game. I think I had like 50 episodes or something. Granted, they were really short and whatever, but But no, I really enjoyed Cube World. It was just one of those games where as I played it more and more, I got like very jaded towards that dev because I feel like he's an idiot who missed his opportunity. Because that game would have been as big as Minecraft, if not bigger, by now. But he didn't hire a team. He just took the money and ran and then blamed mental health issues. And I had to always be very careful whenever I talked about that stuff because, you know, people believe him, so they like believed his lies. And then it was really nice when the game released on Steam and then suddenly everybody saw him do the same thing again where he just blamed mental health and then took the money and ran. But anyway, not to be all negative about it. But that's okay. We got Hytale now instead. And even though that game's taking a while to cook, my God, is it ever? I'm confident in that one. I think it's just going to get better and better. Have you ever played Gears of War? Yes, I actually played Gears of War back in its heyday on the 360. I have no hope for the new one at all because nobody wants games like that anymore. I actually played all the Gears of War games. Not that I was like the biggest fan of them or anything, but the only point that I'm getting to is there was this one game called Gears of War Judgment that was super niche and off to the side. And it had such a good multiplayer. The best multiplayer in the series. And also, don't get me wrong, that new Gears of War does look dope. Like, unironically, it actually looks really good. I just don't personally have that much of an interest. I might play it through Game Pass, you never know. I'm gonna buy it tomorrow. Is the Gears game already out tomorrow? No. Really? Oh, did the VPN work, Hush? To get you signed in on Glyph? Nice. I'm thinking of picking up the Gears of War remaster on PC. If you can get it for cheap enough, then sure. I'll say Gears of War was the big game. You remember how games were obsessed with like cover-based shooter? That was because of Gears. And I think that Gears ended up being like a really, really good, just generic action game. Like enemies explode when you shoot them and stuff. Gears of War 2 stepped it up. It was one of those games that was also like very much an advertisement for Unreal Engine. So it was showing off a lot of graphical tech. Kind of like how the new one is as well. Showing off the new Lumen systems that they've got for the new Unreal Engine 5 junk. I don't think it's Unreal Engine 6, but... Hey Flask, do you get help from AI for video ideas? No, not really. I will mostly, like, if I'm struggling with a title, I might throw an idea at AI so that it can relay a couple options for me, which most of the time they suck. But sometimes it'll end up sparking an idea for me. And then if I have no idea what I want to do for a thumbnail, I might tell, YouTube literally just has a button I can press to generate a thumbnail. Again, garbage. Absolute garbage. But sometimes it helps me. Sometimes it gives me good ideas. As far as YouTube helping, and trying to give me ideas for videos, oh, good Lord. It's terrible. It basically just wants me, okay, to clarify, I don't think that it's useless for some people. I remember Linus Tech Tip was actually saying how good the AI was for him generating videos, but no offense towards him, he makes the most generic videos ever, where it's like building a $10 gaming PC, you know? Whereas with me, it's like, not only am I playing a really niche, weird game, I'm also just a really weird, niche person. So it doesn't work. What was it? The video the other day, the patch notes. Anytime, I guarantee you, if I asked AI, like, if I gave it the context for the video and then asked like what it would think about for a title, it would just be some generic slop of like, Trove is changing forever, or it's finally happening. Like, it's just such garbage. The only reason I'm even rambling about all this stuff is I was kind of low-key thinking about making a video showcasing the weaknesses of AI, because, you know, everybody keeps talking about, like, or companies, I should say, keep talking about how good it is. But no, it's pretty bad. Is it premium AI? You mean like the paid ones? So Gemini already lets you use their smarter models. You'll just run into like the daily limit really quickly if you don't have the paid subscription. ChatGPT, I did actually use it, and it was pretty good in terms of like memorization. Like I could basically like hand it a transcript for a video, and it would just kind of give me like a list of the things that I asked it to do, right? And I eventually was able to just make it so that it would automatically do that without me having to re-explain everything over and over again. But the only reason I'm getting at that is I noticed that at first I was doing all of that with the free version of ChatGPT. Then I paid for ChatGPT for a month. Didn't realize I was paying for it, so that ended up eventually going over into the auto renewal. Who cares? But as soon as I lost the premium version, it wiped everything, and ChatGPT is now brain dead again. So it was like, oh, okay, this is even more useless than I thought. Not to hijack the stream with AI ramblings, but I do think that there is usefulness to the tool, but only really when it's assisting with something you already have like in the oven. Because in most cases, it's just absolutely stupid, and you end up spending more time arguing with it than getting a solution. Anyways, oh, okay, Magic's already got it covered with your starter class. Nice. Yeah, Boomeranger is the safe bet for a starter class, Hush, because when you, like, he'll carry you all the way to the end game, and then he's, like, really powerful at the end game as well. But if I'm being perfectly honest, pick the class that you think looks cool, and then as you get used to the systems and such, you can eventually just migrate into playing a class that you know you'll enjoy its mechanics. Because that's what's going to keep you playing the game, man, rather than just the meta pick. Then you can potentially end up getting really bored. Like, for example, I don't use Boomer for end game, despite the fact that he's like God tier, just because I don't find him that fun. Even right now, this is the class that I love, my Shadow Hunter, but I don't have him set up for the end game right now. But this is a low-tiered world, so. But it is refreshing to play on him again and just shoot my way through dungeons. If interested, I do have a tier list video I put out more recently for all the classes, and that kind of goes into a lot of detail as to like where they are at the end game, which classes are very accessible like across the board and stuff. Granted, I was a bit harsh on some of the Magic classes, but that's a lot of that's got to do with like very, very specific niche things in regards to Trove. I'd say, honestly, you can pick whichever class you want. Like, they're all viable right now. Would you recommend a vacation to Japan? Oh, heck yeah, I would. I love Japan, man. I was just talking with my friends about it today. Just, It always gets me excited when I start thinking about like the food. Because it's just, I mean, I also love sushi and everything like that. And ramen. So think about it this way. If you ever liked ramen, you can get the best ramen you've ever had in your life. And it's only like maybe $8 or something. Versus if you want to get like a really good ramen here in Canada, $20. And only very, very specific restaurants actually do it. But beyond that, like the main thing that I'd say I love about Japan is the culture. Like, especially if you're a gamer, it's gonna kind of hit you like a ton of bricks. Like there was some serious whiplash when I first went to Japan all those years ago. Because I remember when JoJo was just getting popular in America, and then, you know, it was kind of like, I'm not gonna say it like made casuals more into anime and stuff, but it was kind of like at the precipice of when anime culture and gaming and nerd stuff was starting to get more normalized. And I just remember when we went to Japan and, you know, I was there for the first time and I was like, oh, JoJo on a big billboard downtown and stuff. It was just like, oh, they embrace nerds. Like they know that this is cool. Like, you know, tons of game shops and everything like that. You're not going to run into issues with gaming stores running out of business in Japan. I don't know when we'll get to do our next trip to Japan, but Mariko's mom is going to be coming out here for a week at the end of the month. And I'm excited. But yeah, Japan is amazing. Main things that I would say to watch out for, and I mean, this is just general trip advice. You can get a virtual, what the heck is it? Memory, not a memory card. What the heck is it called? Like for your phone. I'm sorry, I don't remember what the card is. But so that you basically are on like a data plan while you're out there, instead of having to go to the terminal in the airport and try to figure out like where you can get like a Wi-Fi box or something like that. I just remember that being a very, it adds like so much more to the long process of going through the airport and everything. There you go. My God, that certainly took a while, didn't it? Repair radiant standards. Everyone you restore pushes the darkness back further. Okay. Wait, what are they talking about? Radiant what? Radiant ruins? Really? You mean cursed skylands? What are they talking about? I think they're taking for granted, like, players aren't gonna know. I don't even know what a radiant ruin is. It's been a million years. Are they talking about the one that has the cursed heart? Oh, I'm an idiot. Radiant Ruins world is different than Cursed Skyland. It's been so long, there's been no reason to go to this area. What was the Arabic thing? Yeah, the main reason you want to have data on your phone is because then you can have like a an app for like English to Japanese. And especially it's useful if you have the, you know, a modern phone, you can just kind of look at like text and it'll auto translate it as well. So you can usually download all of that before you go on your trip, so you don't have to waste as much data, but it doesn't matter that much. But yeah, go to, if you're going and you don't understand Japanese, there's a lot of like mainly touristy areas like Akihabara, which Akihabara is a little too nerdy even for me. Like that's very anime location and lots of tourists. Do they mean these? This is so weird. Oh yeah, no, I see a quest markers. Do they want me to do this dungeon? I don't think so, but it has been a few years, so I may as well just attempt it for fun. Remember when Radiant Shards was a resource that you actually needed to actively farm? But now you don't, so why am I even getting it? I don't know. Oh, there it is. Ooh. They want me to repair a lot of these too. Yikes. Okay. This is from Pinata Invaders. Oof. This is one from Somber Soul. Oh. And that one's from Cake Dungeon. Oh my god, dude. That is so expensive. Okay. How many do you get per donation of Somber Soul? Because that's... The recipe also goes up as well. Of course it does. That is... Ugh. Okay. So we might not get this done today. That is... That's so... And we don't have the player market. So it's so bad. What's your opinion on the actual state of the game? Would you advise someone that has left the game to come back after years? Yes, but wait a little bit longer because the player market's been off for like 6+ months. It feels like a year. It's coming back. So once it's back up, then hop on. Because there's a lot of content for sure. And I don't think that Trove is in like a bad state. It's more that I would say functionally, it's way better. Better servers, better performance, some technical hiccups because of it. But generally speaking, in terms of content, no, not much, unfortunately. It's just more rather than like actually adding something more meaningful. You know what I mean? Oh, this is... Okay, well, anyway. That's... I really don't like this. They want you to... Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, let's see. The stupid Somber Souls. How much do I get? How much are they expecting me to donate of my Somber Souls? Because it's 25 a pop, for goodness sake. 27 now already. Wow. How much do I get in return, though? 3? 3. So it's time gated then. And we just can't complete this right now because that is way too expensive. It wouldn't be so bad if the game didn't remove all my Somber Souls randomly at one point in time. Oh, that is... Wait, did it just say that it gave me like 20? It said 3 for a second. Hold on. If it's actually like that small of an amount, then yeah, this is just time gated. Because, wow, yep, okay, that's no, just no. All right, let's see what we can craft out of the event. How long is this going to take? Because chances are I'm just going to get the wings and nothing else. How do you learn this game? I learned it from playing it for a million years since the start, basically. It's not as complicated as you would think. The game's tutorials aren't that great though, but I've got plenty of tutorials. Too many, honestly. But I got a good starter guide and so on, or like returning players, you know? Oh, that's so bad. Also, hey, also, yeah, sorry, Hush. I did read your comment, but in my head about how you've been around for a while and saw me years ago and everything. Yes, I appreciate your return. Okay. Oh, I can make the wings already. Oh, thank God. Okay, so I don't need to do any of this garbage event. What do I get out of this event? Just more sun sigils? Or you can donate to... This one is the... Like, that's so bad. Is there... Yeah, it's just from daily quests. Wow. So, because I didn't log in yesterday. Oh, that's bad. Okay, that's fine. All right, so at least it takes like one of each of these for other resources and stuff, that's fine. But my God, dude. All right, well, enhances movement speed while flying in radiant ruins. Let's check out these wings, I guess. Oh God. They any good? Whoa, my eyes. Oh God. How much faster are they? Wait, did it say radiant ruins? Of course it did. I'm stupid. I thought it meant sundered uplands. Radiant ruins movement speed? Who cares? Oh my Lord. All right, whatever. Anyway, what's the movement speed? It better be 150. 160, so technically they're the fastest wings in the game. The VFX is not lapping well. Like it's spawning a little too far over here and a little too far over here. They need to have the starting points at a different location, but whatever. I think they were quite proud of these because these are probably like the it's been a long time since we had effects wings like this. And I mean, I'm not gonna say they look bad. Like old Trove, I'd probably be like, oh, I love them. But yeah, that's, man, I can't believe they actually like, do devs not realize how expensive that is? Like I can't justify spending the Somber Souls in general because even if I went out of my way to farm the Somber Souls, guess what? I would want to keep them because it's so expensive. Jeez, dude. Hey, Magic. Yeah, those are the new wings from the event. Ugh. So essentially, I'm just going to be doing 5 stars on my Vanguard again, basically. Because I'm not going to be able to complete the rest of this. Actually, wait. I'm curious to see, because I know my boy, he told me like what the rest of the steps were of the quest. Okay. So after you repair the 11 things, you get this, and then the next part of the quest is returning to Patrolsley. And then he gives you one collectible. I don't know which one. Oh, he gives you an ally. Okay. Because apparently out of this event, there's 1 new wing, 1 new mount, and 2 new allies. And we already know, like we saw wings, ally, mount in the hub. So is Ice Age fast? Yes, very fast. If you have the Mystic Ring ability. Nom. What did that just give me? You have too many items. Yeah, this mount right here. Which I think this is a dread. Oh, never mind. It's a, wait, mountain wings. Do you know if Bulbous drops from Luxion? Bulbous? The mount is like so expensive. Which dragon are you talking about? You mean the, which one is it? I'm assuming you mean the plant dragon, but is it actually called Bulbous? No. So I'm not sure which dragon you mean. Sorry. Oh, the Heck Mantis ally. Wait, why would that end up dropping from Luxion? Oh, like whether you can craft it out of him? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's not here yet. Sometimes we can vote on it, I assume. But if I'm being real, I never check this guy. Ooh, Lorekeeper Dragon Eggs. Yeah, of course that's what people want. Global vote. People are really spending their dragon coins on this stuff? It must be people that have it duped or something, because yikes. Unless people actually like buy that much dragon coins or something. I can't see it. But yeah, I think you can get the Heck Mantis out of Luxian sometimes, not like all the time. Well, anyway, I guess we'll just do endgame dungeons. Whatever. We could just call it, but how hard is it to get Mystic Rings? It's very, I'm not gonna say hard, but it's annoying. It's very expensive and very time efficient. Not efficient. Bad efficient. Inefficient. In short, you know how you get Paragon levels? And you know how they have prime Paragon levels at prime numbers? Yeah, so that, but you have to be in here in D15 to get specific resources from prime Paragon levels. So if you already have a main class, like my Shadow Hunter, that's over 500 Paragon level, it means that it's actually gonna take me longer to get my ring on my Shadow Hunter because I need to get more levels in order to actually get to more prime numbers. I have told the devs countless times about how bad and stupid the prime numbers thing is. And they just refuse to change it for some reason. Probably because they don't play the game. So they don't know how bad it is. So my point is, you can get, like, it's most efficient to grind Mystic Rings on a class that you haven't actually, like, gotten any Paragon levels on. And even then, you're eventually gonna stop, you know, getting prime levels fast enough to actually shine the stupid ring. Welcome to Trove's Endgame. Yes, the Heck Mantis is an overall crit bonus, so yeah. It ends up being a very, very useful ally. How do I get one of those mods for dungeons? You mean the one that's pointing to the bosses? Because that's the boss radar mod. There's a couple options you can do for mods. Obviously, if you're on Steam, there's just Steam Workshop, which is the easiest way. Otherwise, Trove Tools, which I can't really comment on that because I'm still using a very old dated version of Trove Tools that doesn't exist anymore. Just because I never saw any reason to upgrade. But it's not that complicated. Hey, Element. I haven't played this game since COVID. A lot of stuff changed, I see. I mean, kinda? Yeah, I don't know. I'd love to, like, I'd have to look back on all of the patches to see, like, when we ended up having the foundational changes, but because for me, playing this game as long as I have, I can't really see much of a difference other than like, oh, we got maybe one or two more classes and then a couple new dungeons, of course, but that's not really that much new. I guess 5 stars for dungeons, but also, hey, Evesu. Is there still a mount that places blocks underneath you? Gonda, yes. It's, yep. I just don't use it anymore because it's not efficient for endgame. Unfortunately, there was the volatile bounder, which was pretty cool, but this, the one that you see me pop on every now and then, is the Cosmic Dragon, and it gives you high jump, which ends up being more efficient than just mashing the space bar on Gonda. Because you can just hop on, hop off, and you still retain the high jump for a little bit. Yeah, combat block was a big change, true. I don't know if I would say like it's functionally a big change, yes, but like it doesn't like change the gameplay that much is, you know, kind of the thing. Especially for a freak like me that always used Death Defying anyways. But I'm just saying, like, there hasn't been too much in terms of like, oh, we got a new class, guys. Or, I mean, we have since back then, that's for sure. But yeah, combat block's a big one. That's for sure. Mystic Torch win. It's inevitable. We know it's coming. Let's not even kid ourselves. Which mount is the most stylish in your opinion? I've thought of doing like mount off videos and stuff just because I thought it'd be funny, but we don't really have random people following me around anymore like back in the day. I mean, hell, I've got like stuff that I can give away, but I just don't feel like it's really worth doing with, you know, only a handful of people watching. I mean, I still got like my streamer ally codes, but I got some other stuff for the anniversary. Hey, Pickle. How you been, man? Been a while. Yeah, Mystic Torch, I remember actually, I think the devs were internally testing it. This was like last year. So it's probably already even in the game's code. They just don't have like a anywhere to obtain it. Similar to how we knew Crystal 5 was coming. But I feel like that'll probably end up being the next update. Like the next big content update is just gonna be Mystic Torches. Just because it'd be easy, it's power creep. Doesn't actually add much in terms of mechanics or fun. Just makes a certain piece of gear obsolete. Yeah, what ended up happening with, I think that was a while ago already, Pickle. Like you said, you got a house and everything, right? I just don't remember whether or not you were saying you were going to or you already did. Which, my God, I wish. But yeah, that's cool, man. Just living life. Oh, okay, you did, and now you're in it. Okay, sick. Yeah, we're hoping to upgrade from the condo at some point, but the market's pretty bad right now. Oh, right. That was it. You were still like, you bought a house that needed like fixing up. That's what it was. Right. Yeah, I knew there was something. Just happened to find the cheapest place on earth from my coworker. It was abandoned for a long time. Oh, one of those houses. Okay. Yeah. Plus where you are too, like it's probably not, like the problem is out here, even the stupid abandoned houses will be like over $500,000. And it's just like, but then you have to invest another like 200 grand to fix it. It's like, no. But that's the cost of living on this tiny little island that just keeps demolishing properties to add more condos. Every time an empty lot opens up, it's like, oh, I wonder what they're gonna build. Oh, condos? They're not building more jobs. Not that I'm affected, thank goodness, but it's just like, how is this sustainable? But I guess people buy it, so yep, it's working. Yeah, dude, no, everything's expensive right now. Like that's not even worth like complaining about because it's like, yep, everything's expensive except our wages, said the YouTuber. But, you know, still, I've been on this platform for such a long time and YouTube's just paid like less and less and less every year. Not to whine or complain about that stuff, because I'm fortunate that I can even play video games for a living anyways, and I don't think that I have the right to complain. But I am also affected by expensive cost of living. Who is not? Where's another 5-star? What the heck? Hello, welcome back, Bush Bush. Again. You gonna go out in 2 seconds again? Oh, okay, so you moved far to get a house. Pickle. Which honestly, like, yeah, if, you know, I'm assuming like you're single, so you could just pack up and do all of that stuff. And I mean, so long as you're happy where you are, yes, that is definitely the way to go. Like, I know back, my hometown, Winnipeg, oh, you can get a house for cheap. But then you gotta live in that crap town. Which I know I shouldn't say. Because I still got family there, and sometimes people are like, hey, I'm from there. Oh, I like it. I hated it, okay? Different life experiences, you know. Like, some people like it, but I think that's because, you know, they don't go out much or something. I don't know. Moved 30 hours away from everyone I know. My brother did it first and I just joined him. Ah, yes. 30 hours ain't that bad though. Like, if you can still drive it, that's not that bad. Cause yeah, my cousin's in, over in the other winter area in Canada. Like, we all kind of spread apart. Like, I've got some of my cousins are over in Cali as well. They moved there into some big mansion that they couldn't afford and are just in debt all the time. But at the same time, it's like, well, they're still in a big ass place in Cali with a pool, you know? But now they're all scared because, you know, you don't want to travel, especially as a Canadian outside of America. They're not letting you back in, even if you live there. Hey, KU. What up? Moving's a double-edged sword because you need to be in a well-paying area, but those are usually the most expensive simultaneously. Yep. Yeah, we're over here on the Victoria Island thingy. We're kind of screwed because it is, like, everything's just really expensive. But if you want, like, a job where you can afford to live out here, guess where you gotta go and commute to? Vancouver. But then if you actually, like, work in Vancouver, depending on what your job is, good luck getting property. And to be fair, we're talking about, like, actually owning a house or something, you know, a condo or, you know, an apartment and all that stuff. It's kind of just the only option in most cases. But God, yes, the wife and I would love to have a house. But we also love living here, so it's gonna be a long process. Because we gotta do it the slow, grindy way. Unless YouTube randomly pops off and I start actually making the big bucks off this platform from playing this niche game, imagine. But I don't want to, you know, give the impression that I'm like complaining, like, I hate my life or anything. No, it's great. I do know that this place is going to start feeling very tiny if we're not out of here by the time Leon needs his own room. If only depth cores dropped from all D15 dungeons instead of only 5 stars. Oh no, here's the crazy thing, Ponce. You wanna know something even crazier? Not only those depth cores dropping from these 5 stars specifically, only on Delve Day, Right, KU? Isn't that what you said? Like, even for like the normal keys or whatever, or the expensive shiny keys, it's only on Delve Day, so there's literally no reason to even do these dungeons on normal days of the week. Hilarious. So just make sure that you log in every Monday and nothing else. Or be like me and you can't get on Monday because you're busy. That's why I love when we have all the weeklies going on, which honestly is what Patreon should just do. It should just give you all the weeklies. Anyway. What, Budge Budge? I don't think you guys can hear it, but... Oh, sorry, the souls are on Monday, not the depth cores. I'm stupid. Right. There's two different items. Sorry. Confidently incorrect. Right, souls of the depths, not depth cores. My bad. Yeah, depth cores. Yes, they're out of these stupid dungeons. Anyway. So many people take loans. I don't think they even understand they have to pay back eventually. Yes. Well, especially Americans. They're just used to being in debt. I think that's just normal for the country. I moved all the way from Hawaii to VA 3 years ago. Oh, man. Is it good, though? You like it? I've heard good things about Hawaii, but also not so many good things. I mean, I don't know if anybody likes where they grew up, just in terms of, like, wants to live there. I'm sure there are people. But I still remember when we first came out here to the island, and pretty much like everybody we would meet was someone that moved here from somewhere else. And then everybody who grows up here wants to live somewhere else. It was just strange. And then I also remember there not being any kids. Like, where it was just like, huh? What? Why are the only people that live out here adults? Uh-oh. Well, sorry guys, your messages all just got spammed out because of the GOAT himself, KU, gifting out memberships. Thank you again, as always. Oh, right, KU. I forgot I was going to tell you this joke because I told my wife when you gave me the money for GTA, I still haven't pre-ordered it yet. I'm sorry. And she immediately said, oh, you should have told him you wanted the deluxe edition. And then I just thought like, oh man, yeah, that was such a missed opportunity for a joke, but no, thank you. I don't know if anyone else thinks it's funny, but it's one of the reasons I've married her, so I think she's very funny. But she learns from the best, me, so. Student loans were one of the hardest decisions I had to make, but was ultimately necessary for the future and was able to get them relatively cheap compared to others. Nice. Yeah, I need to try and renew my, the heck is it? There's a, I don't know the politically correct term, but technically I've got like enough, like native, like Canadian native. I know the tribe. I just don't want to say it just because I don't know if it'll dox me or any crap like that. But, I need to try and get my card renewed. I only had it back when I was in Winnipeg, so I'm hoping that it's something I can easily do now because it gives us like a bunch of benefits that we can utilize for Leon. KU, goddammit. Sorry, I'll catch some of these other comments here first. Best character in the game, the Knight. No, the class that you enjoy. I lived in Hawaii for 12 years, so it eventually felt like I was isolated. So moved out, started a new life, so it was definitely a ride. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's life, man. It is a ride, and you gotta just kind of go with it, right? I know the blessing that I ended up getting from growing up in the ghetto and having like no money and just, you know, all that crap and all the fights and gang members and all that. Yeah, I grew up as a ghetto boy. That's why I hate Winnipeg. But the silver lining is I think that through continued suffering, it makes people more tolerant of things. Most of the people I know that are just like the sweetest people on earth come from that. Whether it be, you know, as extreme as it was for me or just poverty and stuff in general. But anyway, yeah, thanks Pickle for the membership as well. Appreciate it. And then of course, KU, my goat, the man, the myth, the legend, who I don't even know how you make as much money as you do. Probably just because you have a normal job and I wouldn't know what that's like. But yeah, donating more money for the deluxe edition of GTA, which I'm going to be honest with you. The reason I was saying no is I genuinely have no interest in the deluxe version of GTA, bro. Like, thanks, but I'm getting the standard edition. That money will go towards a different game. I don't want to support the deluxe version of GTA. Plus, dude, it's so like it's like $200 for me. It's ridiculous how expensive it is. But no, I do appreciate it, man. That'll go towards. Oh, you know what? That bought me Minecraft Dungeons too. There you go. Which I already pre-ordered anyway. So, yay. September and October are gonna be expensive. Oh yeah, Pickle, no, if you don't know, Minecraft Dungeons 2 comes out September 29th. Yep. Really excited for it. Also very questioning why they're making a sequel. Like, not in terms of I'm not excited. It's more like just I really wonder why they're making a sequel. Like, is it open world or something, you know? But I'm really excited for it. Really. Like, that's right. Yeah, you were still gaming around when we were playing Dungeons 1. That's right. Yeah. Have you tried the Revenant D15? Yes, and he is a destroyer of worlds. I'm using Vanguard because of his pull, if I'm being honest. Because Revenant has the pull as well, but he can only use it with his ult, so it's like, good luck. But yeah, there's been a lot of gaming news that I wonder whether or not you're out of the loop with, Pickle. I mean, I don't know how much of it would get you excited, but just because a lot of it is just weird indie games that I'm looking forward to. But, you know, they got, what are the big games coming that'll probably be on Game of the Year? Like, there's the Ocarina of Time remake is coming, GTA 6, obviously, in November. Minecraft Dungeons 2, there's that new Castlevania, which I'm probably the only person excited for that. There's also End of Abyss, which is another indie game I don't think anyone even knows about but me. But I'm really excited for that one. But it's on Epic Launcher. Thank you. Wait, what, Fox? You have a wife? Why do you need pull? Wait, what? I don't understand. Is that some weird Zoomer term? Or did I just get baited like Ninja and I should like get really, really mad? Because I'm a juvenile. Yeah, I loved Minecraft Dungeons 1. So much so I played it up into the end game, and I'm gonna be real, I did not like their end game. I think that they didn't balance it as well as they did everything else. Because it went from being fun, do whatever you want for your build, to, oh, you can only use like a couple things at the end.
There's only a couple pieces of gear that's actually viable for the end game, actually.
Thank you, Minecraft Dungeons. Thank you. Because, you know, once it got to the end game, only a few select people were still playing Dungeons 1, so the devs unfortunately had to kind of listen to their sweaty audience. But either way, yeah, I'm so excited for it. I just wonder whether or not it's more dungeons. Like, is it just going to be more of the same, or did they evolve the formula? I'm down either way, even if it's just more of the same. Where the heck? I need a ship. But that'll probably be the next game that I like actively stream. Because there's a lot of other games that are coming that I'm going to play. Like I already have access to the Assassin's Creed game. But I'm not, I don't think I'm going to stream that one. I'll probably just make like a one-off video. Sorry, Ubisoft. Oops. Oh, I didn't craft these for the day. Is the pool party crab revenant skin worth buying? Dude, it's my favorite Rev costume. If you like cursed stuff, then yes. I got a pack video that showcases it, and it not only like just as a revenant costume is great, it comes with like the 2 eyes. So if you end up giving any of your characters no head and just the 2 eyes. Oh, you just went to Japan as well, Pickle. Nice, dude. Hell yeah. Was that your first time? Did you like it? Food? Also, just gaming culture being normal there. Don't even get me started. Kind of out of the loop. I still love games. I'm just too busy to play like Valorant when I get time, and I have a Switch 2 for chilling. Yep. No, I feel that, man. Most people, I've fully acknowledged, like a lot of people, okay, so I gotta go on a bit of a tangent here, guys, for context, just for my boy Pickle, because I've known him since he was a wee lad. Basically, I already heard rumors about the Zelda remake coming earlier in the year, and so when it got announced, I wasn't like super excited. I was just like, oh, cool. And with that, I decided that was kind of the last straw. I'm gonna stop paying attention to like gaming culture as much as I do, because unfortunately I love being in the loop with like games coming, whether it's indie games or top, AAA games and stuff like that. But there's no way of avoiding like the leaks that basically just ruins the surprise and the excitement, right? And so it's like, now I just I'm not in touch with any of that stuff anymore. This is a big deal for me. The only reason I'm even bringing this up is because normally I'm a freak. Ever since I was like 15 years old, I always knew what was around the corner and what was coming, whether I'm interested in it or not. As far as me playing it, I just love video games, like so much so that I like all the gaming news and all that stuff. I only say that because I often think like, well, what if I ended up having a normal 9-to-5 job? I'd probably be a little bit out of the loop, but generally speaking, I'd still be like a super gamer. I just know that I'm a freak when it comes to that stuff, because I have a buddy of mine who was like basically saying that he doesn't really get that excited for games anyways, and saves that level of excitement and energy for family time and junk. And I was just thinking like, well, I get that, but it kind of put in perspective for me. It's like, oh, right, I guess some people aren't as passionate about games as I am. And I don't mean that as like an insult or anything. I just mean like just in terms of people and their hobbies. And, it was just something that just never occurred to me, because video games have always just been something that I love and adore. But anyways, hey, Minnie Soda, shouldn't you be sleeping? No. I never sleep. Especially now since baby Leon. Have you played Mecha Chameleon? No, I saw it. It seems really funny. I don't think that I would care for that kind of game. That'd be one of those games where if I had more time to game with my friends, but they're all, everyone's kind of getting busy with their own lives now. Like one of my buddies has his new girlfriend, so I never really see him that much. My other buddy is a trucker now, so I happened to talk with him today for a while, but generally speaking, he's usually on the road, so we don't get to talk as much. And these were all of the homies that I used to, play these multiplayer games with on the channel. So now I'm kind of at the point where I'm just like playing alone. And so a game like Mecha Chameleon doesn't really interest me anymore. Even though it looks really funny. Like, I'm happy for the dev, but at the same time, that game popping off as much as it did, oh my god, like, I'm in the wrong hobby, bro. I just need to make some garbage friend slop game that has, like, enough of a gimmick that people want it. And apparently it'll change my life. Which, nothing against the dev, but I'm just like, whoa. It looks fun. It doesn't look that fun, like over 1 million copies sold or something. Anyways. Oh, it was your second time to Japan. Okay. Yeah, because I think we talked about your first trip at one point. Big into photography now, so it was amazing. Oh, okay, sick. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, they've got some, especially if you go to the countryside and stuff, beautiful landscape. That was the main thing that I remember. If you ever played Silent Hill F, it's terrible. That game is garbage. But I remember distinctly thinking how authentic it felt at the intro, because you're going into like a rural little small town, and it's just got like all the details of someone who actually like lives in Japan and understands that, where, they got like the bike on the side and like the little pool, and it was just like, whoa. And meanwhile, my wife was just like, what? Like, why are you impressed by this? I was like, well, I didn't grow up there, so, this isn't normal to see these details in a video game. But if anything, just watch my playthrough of it, just the intro of just that area. The rest of the game sucks. Don't even bother. But at the same time, I already just explained it to you, so you don't need to. Also, yeah, sorry. Pull meaning game. Do I have game? I don't think so. I know that that's a late reply to the comment about, if you have a wife, why do you have pull? I mean, unless you're talking about, unless that's a weird, backhanded, embarrassing way of saying that I'm attractive, in which case I know already. You don't need to tell me. I'm not joking. No, especially with the beard, like, bro. The only thing that I would critique about myself is I gotta lose some weight. But God, do I hate cardio. I hate it so much, dude. You have no idea. You stream on Twitch or just YouTube? I'm streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick, believe it or not. Because for some reason, a couple months back, I got emailed, hey, do you want partnership on Kick? And I was like, sure. I don't think I've ever had a single viewer on Kick. But whatever. Every now and then it emails me, hey, we gave you $2. And it's like, oh, cool, I guess. Oh, dude, you know what? Honestly, Pickle, saying that you deleted Twitter off your phone, good. Yeah, for me, I stopped using Reddit. And more recently, I like Twitter only because I'm very meticulous with what content I heart up and stuff. Like, I'm very picky and weird like that. And so more often than not, Twitter is my like checking in on indie games thing. Because I heart up all of these indie devs, so all I see is like, hey, check out my game. And it's like, oh, that looks dope. But more recently, I've been starting to get more, like, I feel like they changed the algorithm slightly, and paid accounts on Twitter are being pushed more. And I finally started actually blocking them because, oh my God, I do not care about the current state of like the world and modern events. I just want to see my dumb little indie games, dude. Just want to see these games that devs are cooking. Big ones out of it, there's Project Goblin, I think is what it's called. Basically a dev making a PlayStation version of Dragon's Dogma. He's got a demo on his itch.io. Yeah, heart attack. Bandit Night, that was another one that was like, bro, what is this? I never saw this before. Park the Ghoul, Retro Space. Those are like the big indies that I'm excited for, but there's a lot of others too. But anyways, ramble. This guy likes video games? What? I don't think pull is the new word for game. It's Riz. Oh, I've heard the term Riz. Is that what that's used for? God, that's stupid. I love how people are still trying to make like words out of nothing, and it's like it's literally just in the TikTok culture. Like I don't think anybody in real life ever uses those terms. Also, anyways, hey Crit, saying you've been watching for almost 6 years. Whoa, crazy. I know the passage of time and all that. It's actually nuts, genuinely. Oh, there we go. I'm really big into game development and mod development. I just recently published my second video game. Oh crap, what's it called? Is it on Steam? Let's go. GG. Just make a friend slop game. What's the big thing that I keep seeing? No shade towards Mecha Chameleon, but the first time I saw it, I just thought, oh, this is one of those games that's like a Roblox game, but standalone. Because you always see games like that pop off, man. Isn't it crazy how I evolved from Gen Z to Gen Beta? It's wild. Is that how that works? I thought Gen Z, like, don't even get me started on all that crap, dude. I don't know, and I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, like, I think it's hilarious that people are trying to constantly label everything, which I thought the whole point of the world right now was that it was supposed to be more inclusive. But the irony is that people think they're more inclusive because, you know, Pizza Hut is making like these funny joke posts. But at the end of the day, social media probably has people separated and segregated more so than ever before because it just bloop puts you in your little bubble and then you're just in an echo chamber. People are dumber than I've ever seen on the internet. That's why it's just so toxic and negative all the time now, you know? Because nobody's telling them, no, bad. Also, hi Minnesota, if I didn't say hello. I appreciate your passion/love for games. It makes me optimistic that indie games will be more popular. They seem to be the games with the most heart. Yes, I agree. Sometimes, very rarely, you get a studio that's passionate about what they're doing. A lot of times you'll see it in studios that aren't from the West. Being perfectly honest, like especially Japanese game devs, usually, you know, a lot of it is them getting into it because it's a solid career choice, but Nintendo especially, there's a reason I'm a Nintendo fanboy. But I do hope, not to stroke my ego in any way, shape, or form, I do hope that eventually there might be a point where people like look at the indie games that I'm talking about instead of there only being like a handful of people that are interested in that extra bit, you know? Because I love how there's sometimes there's those content creators out there that are known for like sharing or spreading light on like these random obscure indie games. And I mean, that's all good and well and great and everything. But being perfectly honest, a lot of the games that I see them cover are just like, this is generic. You know, like, of course this game would go viral. That's what I always think whenever they show them. Like all those stupid, I don't mean to step on people's toes because I like those games as well, but gambling games. There's way too many games that are just like a casino slot machine now. Indie games suddenly decided that they could just emulate gambling without having any of the financing involved. And what? Those games are really successful? Huh? It's almost like people just like seeing numbers go up. The Survivor-like genre is literally just 100% like based on it, you know? Like I saw an article from what's his name? The guy who made Enter the Gungeon, and he got a lot of slack, but I actually tend to agree with him, where he was saying the current indie landscape is pretty obnoxious, where he was saying like, you look at a game like Vampire Survivor and it's just a casino. And I mean, I can see how people would be offended by that, most of all just because people love defending products as if, you know, it's somehow connected to them as a person. But it was just interesting to me because I never looked at those games in that light. And it was just like, oh, he's absolutely right. These games are literally just a casino. Don't get me wrong, you know, Vampire Survivors started the genre and everything, and I love Survivor likes. Soulstone Survivor has not been topped, in my opinion, but isn't it crazy how toxicity is now technically a trend? Because people realize that by spreading toxicity, like you remember when clickbait was a thing, and now, you know, this is old now, but rage bait has been a thing for a while because people getting angry and leaving angry comments is all just seen as audience interaction. But yeah, if you liked Vampire Survivor, I would recommend Soulstone Survivor's good. Halls of Torment is also really good, but Soulstone Survivor is probably like the top in the genre, in my opinion. And they're working on a Risk of Rain game as well that's going to be over the shoulder. I'm really excited for that. Speaking of another obscure indie game, Kilra, Please God Give It To Me. That's being made by the Core Keeper devs, and they are probably one of the best teams out there in terms of like content polish. Anyway. So when I'm teasing Western studios, I'm kind of doing a generalization. Obviously, there's outliers to everything. But as far as like current gaming is concerned, almost all of the news that you see about studios being shut down and closed is exclusively in like the West and mostly American. Because they just don't know how to like, what's the term? What's the term where you end up like slowly integrating into like a company? God, what is it called? It's not like onboarding. Sorry, I don't remember. But where you dedicate like years and years and slowly end up getting like learn more and more learned under somebody who actually knows what they're doing. I just don't know what the actual term is right now. Yeah, I heard Northern Lion's pretty good. Not that I watch his content myself, but he'll usually pick up like weird, obscure games. What is that ship? What happened to your cornerstone? That wasn't my cornerstone. That was the ship that you see in D15 that lets you craft a bunch of the crap that's used in this biome. Including, did you know? Probably not. In this biome specifically, or in D15, I should say, it randomly rotates between 3 different biomes every 2 or 3 hours, I want to say. I don't remember specifically. And each of the biomes has like exclusive ore and other resources that you can only gather up to a limited capacity that you can use to craft a bunch of things for mastery. I just don't, because I don't care. I hate when they like started actually limiting the amount of resources that you could stockpile. That was when it was like, yeah, I'm not gonna bother. Because I just like slowly accumulating. Top 5 most favorite games. Oh, that is a tough one. Like, if you're talking in terms of just raw playtime, if I'm being honest, I probably don't play games as much as I used to. Like, just in terms of the Xbox 360 was probably the era where I played video games the most, but I was also young and didn't have responsibility. Like, I still remember when GTA 4, I think, came out, and I played it for like 32 hours straight because, you know. But in terms of just right now, gun to my head, Helldivers 2, I guess I would say GTA 5. I haven't played it in a few years, but if I started playing it, I could just get into it. Later, Oat Cookie. Thief, whether it be Thief 1, Thief 2. If I had to pick Thief 1 with the Black Parade modded campaign, I've been replaying through it. And oh my god, it is actually peak. I'd love to say Splinter Cell as well, but it's been a long time since I played those games, so I don't know if my opinion has shifted or anything. I'm still waiting on the remake, but I don't know. And then, I mean, I guess Trove, obviously, just in terms of raw value and numbers. But it's difficult to nail down just because, like, things are very different for me playing video games because I'm, like, doing YouTube full time. So it's just like I play games differently than the average person. But also, you know, since Baby Leon, like, I don't have nearly as much time to game. Is that a Vanguard skill that pulls the mobs? Yes. So they changed Vanguard slightly in the more recent update, and now his number 1 ability, which did always pull mobs, got cranked up to 11, so it's the strongest pull in the game currently. And you don't have to ever bother, like, you know, doing anything else, because you can just activate it and forget, instead of like the candy barb where you either are pulling enemies or knocking them around. But that's the main reason why I'm using him, because I like, as much as I love my boy Shadowhunter, I hate being single target. Like, it's just so obnoxious, especially in this area, because the enemies like slightly move and you know. Vanguard's very lazy right now, which is good. Are you big into FPS games? It depends. Depends on the game. In terms of like just a raw shooter game, not as much as I used to. Used to play all the Battlefield games. Used to be hella into Halo. And as much as everyone says Halo Infinite sucks, no, it's a really good game. At least the multiplayer was. I never played the campaign. Wee. But I'm kind of at the point, like, I've tried a lot of different genres and stuff. I'm looking forward to Marathon has like a PvE mode coming out. Have you tried Team Fortress 2? Yep, I had some content on TF2 back in the day as well. Fun game. I didn't really like how it got like full of cheaters and full of people being racist, and then I think they randomly just out of nowhere a year or two ago updated the game and added like proper mod support and anti-cheat and stuff or something. I don't know, I'm not in the loop. But I loved oh, what was it? All I ever did was goof off in that game. I just used the heavies dance there. And I loved the idea of playing Pyro, not that I was any good with him. The bots, that's right. Yeah, that was the big thing. But it's super rare to see them now. Nice, yeah. I quit this game like 5 years ago, but would sometimes have dreams playing it. Then you must have played it quite a bit. Yeah, that doesn't happen to me that often anymore, where I've played a game like consistently long enough that I like can see it when I close my eyes. I remember the weirdest one that did that was Rock Band. Because you know how like with the guitar, like it's constantly going up in the middle of the screen. And I remember like I would close my eyes or make my eyes like lose focus on something. And then you'd see like the middle of your vision like going up. And it was just like, what? This is so weird. I gotta stop playing. But yeah, that doesn't work anymore, does it? Those Rock Band games are gone. Hey, Acro. How's the state of Trove nowadays? Yeah, it's good. We got the marketplace coming back soon because the anti-cheat is finally in game. There's still a lot of issues now that it's on 64-bit. Like certain classes just outright don't work at the moment. But other than that, performance is better. The better servers made a huge difference. And now that they've got the anti-cheat, I haven't noticed any problems. So hopefully they can get the market back and start getting development back on track for actual interesting updates, hopefully. But we'll see. I work from home 9 to 5. I have a girlfriend, but I still play 8 to 12 hours a day. Oh, then you don't actually work 9 to 5. Are you like on call or something? Yeah, for me, like, you know, I could game pretty much non-stop until the wife would come home. Now, like with baby Leon, I'm any spare time I have outside of like spending time with him or the wife is just I have to like record or game or whatever. Like even this stream started pretty early for me. Because normally that would be time that I would like try to spend with Mariko, but it's like, no, I have to get stuff done because we got like too busy today with some other things that impeded me recording. I mean, even right now, I should actually stop this stream and start stockpile recording the new Assassin's Creed just because go. But, you know, the silver lining of being a dad is I'm chill AF, bruh. That means astronomically, functionally chill for the kids. Yeah, so he's asking on Twitch saying like, so Game Ago's been reviving the game. Dude, Game Ago gets a bad rap, but they've been doing, like, Trove has been so much better since Game Ago took charge. We've had the best updates. Maybe not in terms of just raw content, but the few developers that we have working on this game have been slowly chipping away and making it better and better. And, you know, we ended up getting some of the biggest reworks to all of the classes thanks to Game Ago. And then the more recent survey, which was like last year, was basically everyone saying that they wanted them to prioritize performance rather than content. And that's what they've been doing. It's a slow road. It really is. But I think people really underestimate the fact that there's like, what, 5 or 6 devs on this game right now. So technically Trove is one of those games that I would say is in maintenance mode, but still better than Destiny 2. I used that joke last stream. I know, I'm sorry. Kind of irrelevant to poke fun at that corpse now. Also, hey, Xana. I played a lot of Spy in TF2, got around 2K hours on it. Oh, good lord, nice. Yeah, I played the crap out of TF2 with the orange box, actually. Like on Xbox back in the day. I loved Medic. He was my go-to. And I was one of the top medics in the world on one of the Battlefield games. I don't remember which one. But Freaking out walking back home because I saw a gigantic toe biter water bug and I'm terrified. Oh, just step on it with your big toe. Of course. Oh, you're an accountant, Minnie. Yeah, there you go. Yep. So you just make money for doing nothing. No offense, but you got one of the good jobs. I mean, I say that, I'm sure you're still like academically, like probably pretty intelligent. I could never do a job like that with my ADD. But yeah, that totally makes sense that you'd just be, so you're working remote. That's cool. That was the good thing that happened with COVID for a lot of people, right? Is that remote jobs became like a thing and became normalized. Again, I don't mean any offense at all, Horace. The irony, here's the further to like put a little bit of a cushion there. Said the guy playing a video game for a living. Okay? So there's irony in what I'm saying, okay? And it's not wasted on me. Kandorian biome's the best. Changed my mind. I mean, it's got ice cream, so it'll definitely make you the happiest just because of the sugar rush. I'm also a dad, a night shifter, so trying to make meaningful progress in games as my little free time is rough sometimes. Yep. I'm like, I also like, because I'm as passionate about video games as I am, I also can fully acknowledge how fortunate I am that this is my job, because it gives me an excuse to actually like play games more than I could ever justify if I was doing like a normal 9-to-5 job. Then I would truly be like dad gamer and only have like maybe 1 or 2 games that I would probably just keep replaying over and over again. Oh, we're done. Okay. Oops. Like when people make fun of, people being into Diablo 4 or whatever, and it's like, they're dad gamers. Like, I get it. Dad gamers don't have as much time as you would think. Yeah, servers are way better for Trove. You don't rubber band often at all. Sometimes you do, but it's like once a week, maybe 2 times in a day, but inconsistently. Forgot all about Orange Box. That brought back a lot of memories. Dude, Orange Box was dope, just in terms of its value. Oh my god. Like, whew. How is the Delves now? I still prefer Shadow Towers. I don't even go into the Delves, so that's telling you something. Has anyone noticed Lunar Lancer's need for speed and Night Overcharge don't work? I don't know if it's only me or something. You might be running into that. That's kind of what I'm referring to when I generalize and say, oh, the 64-bit ruined some classes. That's what I mean. Certain classes do not have their abilities consistently trigger because the 64-bit, because unfortunately, I think what's happening is that the game is calculating it faster than the server can output it. I haven't heard that happen on Lancer. I was using him with Need for Speed and it was fine, but, you know, who knows? Might have been something that they broke with the recent update, though. You never know. Also, Minnie, Are you still there? Are you still lurking? Or did I like actually hurt your feelings? Because I didn't mean to, and I'm starting to feel bad because I noticed that you haven't commented since I made that joke. In which case, I'm sorry. I get a little too chummy sometimes with you guys. I know, it's something I'm working on. I used to make my own reskins back in the day. Oh, like mods? Yeah. I used to make mods for Trove too. I probably should go back to modding just because I'd love, like, there's a couple ideas I've had for different skins, like making the Revenant a Space Marine from Warhammer, you know. But at the same time, like, my time is so freaking limited anyways. And I would have to like relearn all the modding tools and all the opacity and all the air block palette colors and crap. It's just like, ugh. No, I haven't noticed a performance hit since the anti-cheat. Oh, okay, Minnie. Okay, good. Whew. I thought, because sometimes I'll make like a bad like dad joke or something, or, you know, something that I think is funny, but then it's like really mean, and then sometimes people get offended, and it's like, oh, well, that's not fun anymore. But yeah, I basically, he's saying retell the joke. When you said you were like a salary man or whatever it was, an accountant, I made a joke saying, oh yeah, no wonder you can just game all day, because you don't do anything. Please don't get offended. You're the one who made me retell the joke. Whee! Oh, that's done already. Good. This world's kind of... Oh, I guess there's still Candyland. Oh no, guys, he stopped responding. Now it really hurt his feelings. I'll stop. Anyways, then the follow-up to that was making fun of the fact that I'm playing video games for a living, so the irony's not wasted. Anyway. You know what's funny? The real joke of it all is that we're not going to be able to finish this stupid event. This is going to take way too many stupid somber souls. Or rather, I'm going to be stuck behind the daily grind of it. Because I just got to log in and do the dailies. Ugh, I got to at least do that every day. Yeah. I should have just not repeated that joke, honestly. It's funny because there's a comedian I watch. Not to say that I'm a comedian or anything. I just make jokes. I don't do it for a living. That's actually grueling. I couldn't imagine. But he was saying that the worst thing that ever happens to him is when, like, someone genuinely gets hurt feelings. And then they're just thinking about it all day long. And it's like, yes. That's basically me. So, especially being Canadian too, like when I end up making like a joke and it's like, oh, the person's feelings are hurt. It's like, oh man. Not that yours are many. I'm just poking fun, but anyway, is Ganda still valuable? I remember grinding so hard to get one before I quit. Yeah, I mean, it's still valuable for sure. It's one of the most, like, probably top 3 in terms of mounts that people still use. Like, you use Gonda and then you move on to Volatile Bounder if you ever end up doing stupid Oh, God help me. Bomber Royale. And then Cosmic Dragon is the best one. I think corporate jobs are so lame. Like, I recognize I'm privileged to say this, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't see the importance of most of these jobs. I don't want to get into it too much because, yes, I'll say because they're required by law. Like real estate agents. But let's, you know, we know what's going on. Yeah, there's a lot of jobs that are kind of obsolete in this day and age that for some reason are still very high paying. We'll just say that, said the YouTuber, who probably shouldn't even be getting paid for what he's doing. Hey, Naxi. There was an announcement on the Trove Discord. Yes, the marketplace is coming back. It's not back yet. But I guess they're still collecting a little bit of data on the anti-cheat. And then once they've got it all rectified and whatever else. As far as I know, the anti-cheat's not on consoles yet, though. It's just on PC. So I guess we're the testing phase. But yeah, I'm really excited for it. I can finally start using bombs again. Did I say hi, Naxi, or maybe I just thought about it in my head? Just so it's said, you were one of my favorite Trove creators. Were? How dare you? No, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. You want to know how I'm so positive? Because I'm a cynic on the inside. Just kidding. I'm awesome. You definitely should be getting paid for what you're doing. Oh no, I know. I'm severely underpaid for what I'm doing, if I'm being honest, dude. It's, you know, it's just something that I can't really like talk about because most people will be like, huh? But no, I take it like I'm fortunate that I'm getting paid, you know, like, what was it? I've talked about this before in streams and stuff, but, oh, and then someone was saying as well that they wish they could transmog mounts. Yes, I know. We brought that up earlier as well. I did actually relay that to the devs, and they basically just said, no, how would we do that? Because then how would we have a flying animation for a mount that doesn't have flying? And I was just like, you could just use the falling animation, but whatever. Anyway, I forget what the other topic was I was gonna make. I hate corporate jobs, which is why I want to get into engineering, which is mostly problem solving and engaging, which helps with me being distracted. Yeah, I couldn't be an engineer. I wonder if Leon will be an engineer because he loves problem solving even this early on. Like a lot of times you'll show him how to do something and then he'll try to do it. And rarely asks for help, which does also, he gets frustrated sometimes. Which is cute, but at the same time, no, sweet baby boy. I don't want you to be frustrated or mad. But that's okay. I can't shape his personality. He's gonna be who he is, and I just gotta accept that and just love him. Which is easy, because my God. He's a handful. Biggest adjustment is just me having to change so much that's wrong with me, you know? And I think that's pretty standard for a parent. Because all of your issues come front and center where it's like, oh no, I have to be a better person. I can't be lazy anymore. But I've always been a type of person that pushes out of my comfort zone anyway, so maybe it's not normal. Anyway. Oh, I did say hi. Did I really say hi though, Naxi? Because hi. And I know Acro, I'm just joking. No, it's okay. I know people people come and go with the channel and stuff. I know it's how it is. Cause that's life, man. And outside of playing Trove, I don't have like, you know, a consistent, what is it like? I'm not like the Hermitcraft people where I have like a continued Let's Play or anything. Trove's the closest to it, in which case it's devolved into mostly streaming anyways, just because if I play the game casually on my own, I don't have anything to say. Hey guys, here we are doing a dungeon again. Whoa. It's kind of the advantage of this game being as chill as it is I can just sit here and hang with you guys, you know? I miss the old Trove Let's Play where I just used to fake it and yell and scream. Not really fake it, that's not true exactly. Force it. Maybe that's a better term. But no, I know. I don't like look back on any of it with regret or anything. I just feel like this was a natural evolution of just being more chill with everything. Hello? Where are you? Oh, it's done. Okay. That was weird. I hate how the boss radar doesn't work half the time with Cursed Skulls now. And unfortunately, Chronicle is gone, so I don't think it's ever getting fixed. Which is crazy because I wonder how much capabilities have unlocked with Trove being in 64-bit in terms of like mods. Probably could make them a lot more stable and better. I mean, honestly, they should hire him to add like work with him to get the boss radar as a vanilla thing so that console players could have it. Because it's probably the biggest like game-changing mod. I could also see they would never do it because of the amount of work. I'd love it if, controversial idea, what if you could pay for different UI skins in Trove? I think that'd be kind of neat, honestly. Hey, Mika. Why did you swap from Shadowhunter to Vanguard? Because Vanguard's more efficient, and most of all, Shadowhunter kind of sucks this update. Because basically every class just stole his ability, so it means Shadowhunter is far less special. But most of all, it's just being single target, shooting at enemies one at a time. Vanguard has like the strongest pull in the game now, where he can literally just keep an enemy on him. And it helps a lot when you're fighting like these groups of enemies in these 5 stars, because with Shadowhunter, that was always like the pain point is, oh, now I gotta slowly shoot at all of these enemies around me like an idiot. Oh, the man, the myth, the legend, Chronicle is lurking. He's here. Hi, Chronicle. That's crazy coincidence that you're here when I'm talking about you. Check where your VFX quantity is. Oh, you might be right. I wonder if that got changed. No, VFX quantity is up. I have noticed some weird visual issues and such, so I was wondering whether or not like things were being problematic because some settings changed. And I mean, the Cursed Skull thing might be an exclusive problem with me anyways. Like, I don't know if it's a generalized bug. I just assume, because I've heard some other people talk about it. But again, I think it's more of a Trove issue. All the different boss radars has been like that for years. Tested every single one and it still happens. Oh, okay. So it's just a random... So it just finally caught up with me and got that issue. Which might be because I just need to reinstall Trove. I haven't reinstalled Trove in years. Yeah, that's an insane coincidence. Genuinely. I don't know how interested you are, Chronicle, like now that Trove's in 64-bit and everything like that. Like, is that, you know, is that like a thing where you'd be like, oh, that changes everything? I know that you're not really as interested in Trove modding, but I just wonder if that was ever a limitation of some of the stuff that you were working on. Just got into the stream, wanted to check in a bit before I go to work. Oh, 64-bit doesn't change anything for modding. Oh, okay, well, shows what I know. I thought it would mean at the very least, like maybe not necessarily in terms of mechanics and stuff that you would do, but I thought at the very least it would mean that there would be a higher ceiling of things that could be added or done, but never mind. I guess more so it's just, oh, it's not going to have as much of a performance impact, but that's just Trove in general. That's not something that's changed with the mod. But, all right. Is the radar... What? Wait, what? Oh, is the radar okay to use? Doesn't it speed up gameplay in a way? No. So... I'm sorry, that is actually really cute how literal you took the anti-cheat post that was talking about not using mods that speed up gameplay. It means literally, like there was speed hacks for Trove where people would have these mods that would make them zoom. You know how you would sometimes see people flying across the map at Mach speeds, not using Neon Ninja? That was the kind of stuff that gets you banned. Not in terms of like the boss radar and in its efficiency, technically, yeah, it's making the game faster, but not in that term. Honestly, if they ended up banning everyone who used the boss radar, then too many of us just wouldn't play this game anymore. The easy to see biomes mod is one of the only ones I saw get broken since 64-bit update. Sounds about right. Yeah, some stuff did break, for sure. I don't know if it's necessarily related to 64-bit or just if they changed a bunch of things. Like, stuff did change, for sure. I mean, I can't even use my, excuse me, the collections menu, the shadow UI. That doesn't work anymore because if I use it, I don't get tooltips. My heart is also broken. Yeah, that's probably the most important thing that broke with 64-bit into 64 little chunks instead of 32. Biggest change 64-bit does for the game to be able to hoard more RAM without crashing. Yes. Which I'm not really a fan of that because it means it makes things less optimized. Oh, true. Yeah, like they can get away with things being unoptimized because now the extra RAM compensates for it. True. Yeah, I still do appreciate that they have been optimizing so much of Trove. And I do hope that that doesn't become a Band-Aid fix, because, yeah, that's actually a really good point. Because they could start cutting corners again, and then we would see more issues. But hopefully not. Also, I just realized that your boy fighting with me is a dino tamer, so let's go. No, it's all good, Chronicle. Don't worry, my English doesn't make sense to anyone anyways. All right, I guess we should wrap up. Otherwise, I'm not gonna have any time to grind out that Assassin's Creed game for a review that 2 people will watch. Sorry, sometimes I take my self-depreciating humor to the extreme. No, I am looking forward to trying that game out, though. I'm gonna do, I talked about in my more recent video talking about, like, you know, where the channel is at and everything, but I'm gonna probably do, like, a highlights video just showcasing, like, some funny moments here or there or whatever, and then do a review. That's probably it, because I don't have time to commit to like a full streamed playthrough and stuff like that. And I would rather just kind of play it myself, because then I can walk away from the computer and junk. It's gonna be interesting, to say the least, when, you know, something like Minecraft Dungeons 2, I'll be streaming that for sure. GTA 6, yes. I'm very curious about that one, though, like how much of a sandbox it's actually gonna be. I'm assuming it's gonna be like more like Red Dead this time, where it'll be almost a simulation. But yeah, it's gonna take me like a week to get through that Assassin's Creed game, probably. Unless I grind through it tonight. No, that game actually looks really good. I'm glad that they threw it to me, because if I'm being real, I wasn't gonna buy it. So thanks, Ubisoft. Your creator program is goated. I love you. Now just finish the Splinter Cell remake and give me that, because please God. Don't grind too much, get some rest. Oh, don't worry. No, dad life has made me acutely aware of sleep and how I don't need it. Plus, yeah, I love the grind. There's nothing more satisfying than like just beating a game in one night and just being like, all right, I can get this video up now. I mean, look at this game, this garbage that I've been playing for 11 years. Like, hey, Rocket, you play Gunslinger? No, I don't. I don't have, I'm a bit worried whenever I get around to maining magic classes for like magic character guides, because I don't have my skill tree set to magic classes, so they're never gonna see their full potential, unfortunately, for me, because I got all the physical nodes. Best Assassin's Creed. I've been hearing good things about the Black Flag. I never played the original, so I'm looking forward to it. I know it's all in the Assassin's Creed Shadows engine, so I'm really looking forward to it being like a AAA stealth game. I loved Assassin's Creed Shadows, so this being that, but with more complex mechanics. They got lots of cool stuff in this one I've seen. So I'm looking forward to it. And it being linear instead of just an open world Ubi slop game actually makes me more excited, because it means there will be an end instead of me getting distracted for 15 hours like when I was on Shadows. I'll send you a message on Discord about a topic, and then I'll go to work. Gotta get the grind in as well. All right, later, Chronicle. I'll get to it when I get to it, man. Just don't be surprised if it takes me like a week. Sorry, it's just dad life. No! He completed it without me, you guys. I hope you black out. No. No, legit, when baby Leon was born, you only get 3 hours sleep because the baby has to eat every 3 hours. And we were kind of like, we were fortunate in that eventually, like, it got to the point where he was more bottle fed. And so eventually the wife had this genius idea. This is both of us sleep deprived, by the way, where she's like, why don't we just swap? So we each get 6 hours of sleep each, and one of us wakes up to feed him. And it was just like, oh my God. But genuinely, that was the most tired I've ever been in my life. And you start to realize just how, like, what sleep deprivation does to you. But you also start to realize that sleep isn't nearly as, like, important as, you know, as you think it is. Because I love sleep. But now it's like, I don't sleep. And I don't care. Because it's like, so long as my brain is functioning. Big thing, like, just FYI, if any of you watching are, like, becoming a parent at any time in your life. Siblings always ask, how can I help? Make food. Just make me food. Bring over food. That's the most helpful thing that a sibling can do, because you are just, like, so done. All of your energy is going towards, like, you know, learning how to take care of a baby. You don't have time to cook. You don't have time to do any of that. Wow, I got so many of these items. Cool. These event items are so dope. Just kidding. The next Assassin's Creed, I think, is Hex, which, as far as I've heard, is going to be very multiplayer focused. So I'm really curious about that one, whether it's going to be co-op or PvP. Because believe it or not, just because Xana brought up Assassin's Creed Unity, it actually had a really good PvP. No, haven't been to New Zealand. Also, I appreciate the positive vibes and comment earlier, Rocket. I read it in my head. I just didn't mention it. If you get used to it, yeah. Oh no, I still, like, I'm not trying to, like, being sleep deprived was an experience. I didn't like it, of course. And I'm not saying that I'm sleep deprived now, but I'm just saying, like, you realize very quickly, like, how efficient you can still be, and how, like, oh, I didn't die, you know, versus, like, I mean, it wasn't that new to me in terms of, like, gaming, because I've done my all night gaming sessions and stuff like that. I would never do that nowadays. It's too irresponsible. I plan on being a dad in a few years, but I love my games so much. Well, think about it this way. Long term, you'll get more gaming. If you stay interested in games, eventually the kid will get into gaming, right? And then you can play games with them. I hope. Depends if Leon sees it as work or not. Can you show the soccer pack? Yeah, I have a video coming with that. I'm sorry that I haven't posted it yet. Just dad life, priorities, whatever. Anyways, I gotta get to recording that Assassin's Creed game before I gotta go to bed. So thank you guys for coming out. Appreciate it. Thanks Pickle earlier for the membership. And always, as always, thanks to KU if he's still lurking for the just being a goat and giving me his hard-earned money. But anyways, I gotta go grind that Assassin's